subscribed to my YouTube channel as yet, please do so. Go on to YouTube, Astro In with Abi, click the subscribe button, and all my content is there. From my lessons to my lives to my podcasts, you would find them all there. Now, yes, we do have Mercury that's direct. We do have we do have Venus that is direct. But but as I stated earlier on, we've got a Lorraine, welcome. Jay Shriram, welcome. We've got this very tough placement here. And we all know that full moons marks culminations. We know the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. So the ruler of Scorpio is retrograde in Aquarius. And we've got a full moon happening in Scorpio. So this full moon is not a friendly one. And the sign of Scorpio looks directly at the sign of Taurus, where the sun is. So you can see that the sun's placement is debilitated. The moon's placement is debilitated because where the moon is in Scorpio, the ruler of moon is retrograde. So the moon is not functioning well. The sun is not functioning well. It's called a debilitated state. We've got Pluto retrograding, opposing Mars in Leo. The ruler of Leo is the sun, which is a debilitated state. So Mars is not functioning well. Mars is debilitated. The sun is debilitated. The moon is debilitated. Pluto is debilitated. These are very, very big transits. You've got Saturn changing signs also towards the end of this month, the 24th of May. Saturn has been in Pisces, getting ready to go into Aries. So all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurians, you are going to go through Saturn in the 12th house. This can be a very difficult period for you. A lot of Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurians can end up getting very sick this time. You could end up feeling very old. Nothing's working out. But we're going to discuss all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs gradually as I progress to from the first sign Aries right up until Pisces. So stay tuned on the channel. I'll just wait for at least 5 more minutes to get more people to join in before I go into the general predictions. But I urge you once again, if you are new on the channel, please follow me on TikTok. Click on the bell icon. When I go live, you'll get a notification. Go on YouTube, type in Ashto in Udabi, and you can subscribe to my channel. All my content is there and it's for free. Okay, so there was a question asked to me earlier on, how does a Pluto transit retrograde affects people? Pluto is a planet that is death and rebirth. So a lot of people are going through a death phase and something is being born again. For me personally, I'm going through this. It's a sign Pluto is in my first house, aspecting my fourth house, seventh house, and 10th house. So I've seen this happen 4 days ago, 3 days ago. So I know this energy very well. So this what has transpired has asked me to look more deeper as to see what's happening in the skies, and therefore I've come up to do this live with you guys so that you can also prepare for what's happening. I think I'm going to go straight into it, right? So we've got enough viewers on the channel. Once again, guys, thank you. And if you are new here, please follow me on TikTok, like and share this my platform. On YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Tapelo Prince, hello on YouTube. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm doing a general forecast for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs for the month of May, including the full moon in Scorpio energy and the energies that it give off. So let's go straight into it. Aries, the first sign governed by Mars. We all know that Aries is governed by Mars. Where is your ruling planet right now? Your ruling planet is sitting in Leo. And where the sign of Leo is governed by the sun. And the sun is currently sitting in Taurus energy. The ruler of Taurus is Venus. Venus is in direct motion, which is good. So sun, moon, and sun Aries. Since early November, Mars has been forging basically a very fierce disagreement with Pluto. That's how I'm reading this energy. It's been feisty, even at times very explosive. But the last contact happened on the 26th of April. And these two powerful planets will gradually move further away from each other as the days and weeks go by. So Mars is your natural ruler. So having Mars in a tug of war with Pluto is um, back and forth movement, back and forth with every facet of life, back and forth. You may have become pretty much resigned to thinking the tension you've been feeling will probably never change or go away. But you know what? It actually will. By the fourth week of May, Pluto and Mars will be too far apart to actually ruffle any kind of your feathers anymore. So they are not due to orbit in this position again for a very, very long time. One of the problems was due because of the Mars retrograding. We know we've went through a Mars retrograde for a long time as well, from December 6th to February 23rd. So Mars kept returning back to within range of Pluto to restart this fuel, back and forth movement. And this is purely in your relationships. But there is more good news available for you. The planet that is retrograde is not strong. So you definitely headed in the right direction. This is how I'm reading it. And after many months of looking back and continuously fixing the things that were going haywire in your life, for the first time, you might feel enthusiastic about your future. Now, money has been on your mind, and you had begun to study ways to grow the money you already have and to search for new sources of income from the last few weeks of April, when there was a new moon in Taurus. That's your second house. There was a new moon there in your second house of earning income. Very good for you. There's been a lot of tension in the work front recently, and definitely with relationships. The full moon in Scorpio on May 12th. Now, this is a big one. This is your eighth house, aspecting your second house of earning income. Now, this will continue to ascend on your financial matches. It basically looks like you are trying to um, tighten your belt on spending when it comes to spending. So Saturn will support you during this full moon in your eighth house, and the eighth house also rules surgery. Surgery. This is not a good time for booking any kind of. It's not a good time to book yourself in hospital. Let's put it that way. You've also got Saturn's placement in the 12th house for the last 2 years. Some of you would have already went into hospital. You would have already went into some kind of surgery already. But if you can hold off in the month of May, I would suggest you do so if you can. If not, then please talk to me privately on 076 There's four celestial bodies in Gemini that will help you be very expressive this month. This new moon appearing in your third house, ruling communication, also second house. If you work in the ICT sector, you're going to be a very busy person this month. Um, very, very busy till the 26th of May. Some of you may be ready to take a short trip somewhere, because Gemini is a sign of twins. So you may go to two different places. You might be booking two different resorts, maybe two different countries. Um, you may be going to see two different friends. That's how I look at it. This is how I'm predicting it. And this will be a very big month because two major planets are temporarily moving into Aries to give you a preview of what is to come in the future years. Saturn entering Aries on May 24th. Aries, this is big for you. Aspect in the first house, seventh house, fourth house, and 10th house. Your Kendra houses. Most of you, if you married, you will see that you go through certain difficulties. If your grounding is unstable, you'll find a lot of people going through. Some of you might go through divorces. Some of you might go through. Well, I'm seeing this. If you haven't been eating right, you haven't been living a well balanced life in terms of mental fitness, physical fitness, you might find yourself going into rehab, hospital. These are the things that can happen in the next 2 years. It is a period where you're learning the lessons how to eat right, how to live right, and obviously how to mend ways in your relationships. If you don't, I'm seeing a lot of people's relationships ending, complete ending, poof. So this is how it can manifest that way. Therefore, what do you do with this energy? You ask yourself what is real and what is not. This is the time where the Artha Martha stories won't work. If there's no happiness in the relationship, it gets cut off. You will see a lot of Pisces people have went through this. A lot of Aquarians have went through this already, and a lot of Capricorn people have already went through this year in recent years. If you're a March born Aries, you will feel this influence now, the first decan. The more closer you are towards March 22nd, if you're born more closer towards March 22nd, the first decan Aries, you will feel this. If you are late born Aries, say near April, maybe 19th, you won't feel this influence until April 28th. That's when you will feel this. All right, now Neptune also enters Aries, and it will be the only time in your lifetime, because as an outer planet, Neptune will stay for 14 years in your sign. You've never had this before. This is a year where you will get a quick preview, which started on March 30th and will continue until October 22nd. Neptune might move you closer towards art, music. Um, this can also make you a very humanitarian person because of all the pain that you've went through, all the difficulties you went through. Neptune can bring this out in you, where uh, through experiencing your own pain, you will start to become an humanitarian. And this is something that can happen in the upcoming years. All right. So in the month of May, it is very unusual to have Saturn in Aries also. For Saturn comes to visit your sign only 2 or 3 times in your lifetime. The last time Saturn was in your sign was 1999. So this is a very huge event. It's the Saturn return. Now Saturn is going to ask you to commit to yourself. No longer the things that you used to do would benefit you any longer. The places that you used to visit, the things that you used to do, the people that you used to see, they'll all get cut off. What's no longer working for you is going to get cut off permanently from your life. It's a very difficult time. Why? Because lots of us, we like, it's very comfortable to hold on to things that are not true. It's very comfortable to hold on to things that are illusion. Why? Because the truth is very painful. Now Saturn comes here, whether you want to hold on to it or not, Saturn cuts it off. The best thing for you to do is, if you know something is not good for you, just close it, walk away from it before you let Saturn do it for you. Saturn does it in a very painful way. Saturn does it in a way where he can take you to hospital, court, rehab, even jail. All right. Now, your romance, for the first time in a long time, Aries, romance will be bright and beautiful for you in May. A lot of you will find yourself again in the love life. No matter what your marital status is, whether you're single, attached, love and affection could be on the way for you. Venus will glide through Aries this month, having entered April 30th to stay until June 1st. You will love the interplay between Venus and definitely the lover Mars here. On Thursday, May 22nd, this is a good time for you to ask your partner to go on a date with somebody very, very good for you. So, for Aries people, on the career front, you're coming out of challenges, and the relationship front, it's good for you where you'll find love again. But let's just say if you've been going through difficulty, do know this much, that you're not going to be able to hold on to that anymore. Saturn's placement in Aries is coming for 2.5 years in your sign. Saturn is going to play a very strict role in your life. You're going to learn the lessons very, very harshly. Whatever it is that you're doing, you drink and drive, you'll get caught now. You eat anything that's not good for you, life will take you to hospital. Lie, cheat, steal, you'll get caught. You see the return now. This is the period of consequence. As you sow, so shall you reap. When will you reap? You will start reaping now. This is the peak of your Saturn return. So God bless you all, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries. As I say, if you are Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Pisces, Aries, Taurus, definitely Taurus now, and most importantly, Aquarians also during this time here, please book a reading on 07633101118. It's a very difficult time for you guys, also Scorpios. Let's move on to the sign governed by Jupiter and Venus, Taurus. So guys, my predictions are going to include the full moon in the report for your general, or in your general report for May, because of time, right? I can't do two separate lives. So we all understand there's a full moon happening in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is the seventh sign from Taurus, which is the seventh house of marriage, partnerships, relationships. So you've got a full moon happening in the sign here. What does that mean? Well, let's go into the discussion. Now, as the month starts, we are still in the beginning of the month, I would think so, right? Mars and Pluto have ignited together or ignited another row. These two have been causing lots of tension, and for months now, since I think it's early November, they again locked horns on April 26th. But because their move was a bit slow, Mars and Pluto won't be far enough apart from you anymore for you to feel relief until the end of May. Um, so it's only towards the end of May you will feel some kind of relief. But for the first 3 weeks of May, you're gonna feel run down. You're gonna feel drained out. A lot of you will end up very sick during this time here. As a result of this aspect, you know, a very stressful time, demanding time, because you pulled between the needs of your family, your home, work, difficulty in the workspace. A lot of you would have had difficulty in the workspace, and there is something that closed off in the workspace very recently, with Saturn in the 11th house for you for the last 2.5 years. A lot of you would have to say goodbye to friends. Now, with Saturn's placement entering your 12th house, this is the most important time for you. May. Take comfort knowing each day that the planets will push itself further apart, so things will get calm towards the end of May. Now, the new moon last month on the 27th of April was very important for you because it fell in your first house, Taurus, opening the door for new opportunities that you might want to definitely investigate on. That new moon will be very strong for several months, but will be the strongest in the first weeks of May. Now you seem to be very serious, concentrating on your priorities and deciding what you want to happen next. You are thinking about your future now. This has been happening for the last 1.5, 2 months. Basically, you're concerned about your future. You're trying to not make silly decisions like once what you once was. This is a Saturn's placement, the Saturn's energy here. Now, Venus, your ruler, has been retrograde since March 1st and went direct on the 12th of April. All planets need time to get back to its full strength. I always say this after the period of sleep. Now, Venus will reach that state on May 16th, where it's fully recharged. Mercury had been retrograded also and came out of retrograde on the 7th of April. Mercury was back to its full motion on the 26th of April. Now, the full moon in Scorpio on 12th of May will turn your attention to your partner and your love life. If you're married or a collaborator or business. Now, some kind of news that you're going to hear, Uranus is going to conjunct the sun, and this will also directly oppose the full moon. So news you receive about your partner may be unexpected and possibly quite jarring to you. When I say jarring, Om Sai Ram, Namaste, Natasha, jarring means a bit maybe chaotic to you. News at the within the 5 days of the full moon. So maybe now you've received it, or maybe in the next 5 days. It's a very stressful situation involving your home, property, tenant, landlord, or a close family member. This is not an easy full moon for you Taurians, because several areas of your life will be lit up at once. Uranus is creating an unpredictable, uh, charged up atmosphere for you, where things will be not so easy for you emotionally. You might need to make decisions on your feet very quickly. You need to make quick decisions. No matter what, rely on your instincts. They will lead you in the right direction. Now, after you get through the full moon between May 12th to May 17th, everything will improve after that. Life will calm down. And but then you'll be able to make decisions that you can from a higher dimension, higher frequency. All the retrogrades planets that formed, I'll call it maddening roadblocks for you at the onset of this year, slowly from the third way of May, things start to open up for you very positively. Now, this is a very good time for you on May 22nd to make plans. If you're married or you got a partner, May 22nd is very good for you in your relationship front. This is the time for you to book some time off. Om Sai Ram Priya, welcome to the channel. It's a very good time for you to plan an event on May 22nd and days after that day. Saturn will free up your 11th house on May 24th until September 1st and give you a complete exit and enter your 12th house. Now, the new moon on May 26th in Gemini It's a very good one for you on the money front. So a lot of you are Taurians, you are wanting more money. Nikki, welcome to the live. A lot of you are wanting more money. You want your money that you make is not good enough for you. From May 26th going forward, I see financially your life opening up for the positive. The new moon will contact Pluto, very good angle. So not only will you have a chance to make a large sum of money in the days and weeks that follow the new moon, you will also find yourself uh, getting new opportunities in the career front. Right, that's how I'm reading it. If I look at your 10th house aspecting your 4th house, Saturn in Aries will be in a perfect communication that the new moon and sun on May 26th, suggesting your decisions will be quite long range, meaning you'll be making decisions for your future that's 5 years and 10 years from now. You're not going to make, outrageous decisions based just for the moment. Um, this is a big thing for you financially because for a long time now you're wanting more money, and that hasn't come through as yet. But I'm seeing your way finally open on May 26th because of the new moon in Gemini, your second house of earning income. So how will this full moon impact you? Look, dear viewers, dear listeners, please don't make any important decisions. Tasha Ramsandar on YouTube, uh, please subscribe to my channel. Please stay tuned. I'm discussing the general report for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs. I'm actually on my TikTok channel live now, simultaneously on my YouTube channel. So I suggest that you do not get under your partner's nerves if you are in a relationship. It's not a month for you to make big decisions, cause any kind of frustration in your relationship, marriage, or what have you. It's a time where you should play it very safe. You'll find a lot of people, sun, moon, and ascendant Taurians. A lot of people's relationship can end up in a very rocky position this month. So I'm really wishing you all the best. Just to try to keep it real. And namaste, Reds, and welcome. Try to keep it real and make decisions based on your logic and not from your emotions. Make your decisions based on intellect and not your ego. This is not a month for you to be defending your ego. You'll find most relationships this month will end up in hot waters for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs. So good luck and God bless you, Taurans. Let's move on to the sign governed by Mercury itself. Your ruling planet is fiery direct Gemini's. Welcome to your May report. Now, Gemini's, hey, you as well. You've been going through so much of chaos in your career front, relationship front. Last month's new moon in Taurus on April 27th brought pressure from people near and far. Mars and Pluto were, I would best way to describe it, lockheads, continuing the long-term argument that started early in November, raging on and off since in your career. So from last year November, you've been having career issues. Everyone, every sign has been feeling the heat of it, but in different ways, in different areas of your life. But you have it in your career. So from November last year till April 29th, May 1st, you've been having career issues. You might have been feeling that the pressure from Mars and Pluto, skying up your expenses, rising up your expenses. And Mercury, your ruler, has been retrograde since March 1st, but was direct on April 1st. And you will see that Mercury ruler is definitely going to open up ways for you. You'll find that communication is more open for you in the month of May. Venus has also been retrograde on March 1st, went direct on April 12th. So this all means that you've been facing one roadblock after another since November last year. Now, these three planets were causing the frustration. That are the very personal planets that I like to call, that orbit very close to work. So they are your personal planets. The planets that are far away from you, they are your karmic planets, right? The past months were not conducive for you at all. You are now in your glorious emerald year, Geminis. Finally, this year is the best year for you, where what you'll achieve this year, you waited 12 years for this year. Jupiter enters your sign on May 25th and will stay there on June 9th next year. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, will expand your first house, fourth house, seventh house, 10th house, your Kendra houses. So all the things that you've experienced difficulty in your life, all of these things will expand positively. Now think back 12 years ago, you would have went through a similar transit in your life, achieving the best of things in your life. Now, on another topic, you may feel a bit frustrated by the coming full moon on May 12th. The moon will leave you drained out because, look, there's some of you working towards a deadline near May 12th. But as you think you're finished on the deadline, things might to start go. It might go haywire for you. Stay alert. It might be that the client wants changes last minute, or that a needed team member might be absent from work, leaving you short-handed, so that you won't be able to handle that person's work yourself. It can leave you very stressed out. Keep your health up to par. Um, let's move on to the positive. Sham, Vanakkam, Namaste, and welcome. On the positive side, on May 26th, things start to open up for you finally, positively. Finally, there's a positive outlook on this year from May 26th going forward. The glorious new moon, very, very good new moon on May the 26th in your first house, aspect in your seventh house, fourth house, 10th house. All the promises that you were made, all the things that you wanted, you will start to see more clarity on this year. Positive news. Pluto, powerhouse Pluto, will be in a very good position to send your ruling planet Mercury, this new moon, and the sun will all be in Gemini. The seeds you plant after May 26th, dear listeners, viewers, the seeds that you plant after 26th of May, I'm seeing this growing for you, and you can harvest from that there. Now, if you uh, look, Geminis, you've had Saturn in the 10th house, anyways, from 2023. So you've been going to career stumbles from 2023. I'm seeing you finally coming out of that from May 26th. The best part, Saturn always leaves a gift by the door as it comes out from one sign and go to the next. If you have worked steadily, if you have created good karma in the workspace, some of you will get maybe opportunities that will take you further up the corporate ladder in your current company. Some of you might got laid off only to find yourself in a better position financially and in your career space. So what you may went through that drowned you mentally, you'll soon begin to realize that it was meant to happen so that you could get something better. All right? And this is after the 26th of May. I think the other way to explain this full moon is because it's happening in the sign of Taurus, it's your 12th house. A lot of you might, people from your past might come back to you, but they're coming back to you only to leave you again. I'm seeing a lot of legal matters in your life, a lot of legal matters, health issues going to crop up. 12th house aspect, 6th house. It seems like there's something in the 6th house of health that's culminating, something regarding a legal matter that's culminating, something regarding your mental health, something from the past is culminating, somebody is coming back from the past. And this could be a very difficult time for you because this is a time where the ego is dissolved and you have to face the harsh truth of things which doesn't you might not feel so comfortable with. So I really wish you all the luck, Geminis. So Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Aquarians, Pisces, Taurus, and Geminis, and definitely Scorpios. It's best to book a reading 07633101118. So you know specifically based on your natal chart how to overcome the difficult full moon that's happening. But other than that, I see a very good month for you. Let's move on to the sign governed by the moon itself. Your ruling signs your ruling planet is the moon, which is becoming full in the sign of, which is another water house, which is Scorpio. Now, the sun's presence in Taurus. How do I predict all these energies with Neptune in Aries? You've got Saturn going into Aries, Jupiter moving into Gemini. Early May, you probably seem to be very busy. Um, we're surrounded by lots of friends, family. A lot of people want to come to see you. A lot of people want to talk to you. You're surrounded by a lot of people. That's what I'm picking up. It's a busy time for you. Maybe lots of family members want to see you. They want to speak to you. Maybe on the phone. You may have noticed that your phone is ringing maybe more frequently now. Getting calls. Some people you never collect in a while. Even family members. Um, Get-togethers. I'm seeing lots of get-togethers. And as you've entered the month, you also seem to be on the edge. Um, some of you are concerned because there's some kind of an unexpected bill that needs to be paid, I think. Um, Now, Pluto is involved in this year. Uh, Something regarding taxes or repairing. It might be difficult for you to find a way to pay for it. The planets will not be ready to let to basically leave the pressure from you. The full moon in Scorpio on May 12th will affect people from all zodiac signs in different ways. Depending on the individual chart, for you, the full moon will appear in your fifth house of true love. Now, this is in your house of true love, so a lot of you can get ghosted this time. Look, I hope this doesn't happen, but this is how I'm predicting it. A lot of you can get ghosted this time. A lot of you would find a lot of hardship in connecting with your partners during this time. You might have unexpected episodes with the person you're dating seriously. When the news comes up, you might be upset. You might be tempted to leave the relationship. Much will depend on how the planets are in your natal chart and what degree they are on. But from a general perspective, that's how I'm reading this here. Now, all full moons deliver the message within 5 days or 5 days after. So, this is before the 7th of May till the 17th of May. This is very powerful for you. Uranus is directly opposing the full moon, and you are ruled by the moon, which is the reason why I see this is a very, very difficult period for you. Now, if the full moon is on the 12th of May, this is a reoccurring problem with the partner. It's like you've always got issues with the partner and it never gets settled out. You might simply throw in the towel and make plans to depart. That's how I'm reading it. This is an aspect of sudden. You're just leaving. You're just running away. That's what I'm seeing. Now, the seventh house is all about marriage. Fifth house is all about true love. This is also covering your children. It seems that your children need your attention this time. Uh, it is a tough one. Look, there's another way the events can play out. Your creative expression. During this full moon year, you may need to finish up some kind of project, and I'm seeing you very stressed out, even in the workspace, very stressed out. A lot of you will feel, oh God, I'm just so sick and tired of being sick and tired this month in the work front and relationships. But I can tell you this much, your career will be on track. Saturn and Neptune, they recently minted in your 10th house of fame and honor. Both planets are orbiting very close towards each other. So this is telling me that you have a very professional future that's coming for you after the 26th of May. So be patient. Even though the first 3 weeks are very rocky, the retrogrades of 2025, they're all behind you. Venus, Mars, Mercury will be back in full power on the 26th of May. Now, Mars, I see, is reaching out to the full power on May 2nd, and Venus will do the same on May 16th. These two planets were very grumpy, and it'll all soon be over on May 26th. So you also, I'm picking up from last year, November, things were a bit tough. But I'm seeing that this month, after the May 26th, things are opening up for you very favorably. This is not the month for you to make any big decisions. This is not the month for you to play any games. This is a month to take your life seriously, in a sense where you're thinking about the karmic event for every cause. You need to think about the consequence for every thought, word, and action of yours. Why? Because this can turn out very nasty for you. Also in the professional front, if you make decisions based on your emotions rather than your intellect. So good luck and God bless you. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs of Cancerians. Let's go on to the sign of Leo, governed by the Sun, which is sitting in Taurus. Which is sitting in, um, which is sitting in Taurus, and which is opposed by the full moon in Scorpio. So this is not a very friendly time for you as well. Your ruling planet is being opposed, so your ruling planet is very weak right now. The Sun doesn't do too well when it's being opposed by a full moon. And if we look at Pluto's retrograde in Aquarius, I mean, if I look at it how I predict it, some of you are thinking about some kind of career matters that brought you maybe some kind of news in the days that followed the new moon on April 27th. Something about a current professional situation that is not sitting well with you. Um, I'm seeing that uh, there's something in the workspace that is you're um, not sitting very well with you. But I'm seeing that. Thank you, Nirmalan. Hmm. Look, if Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Leos, it's best for you to make decisions, big decisions, after May 26th. Decisions that are made before that, you're gonna have to start all over again. It's not the time for you to launch anything new. I'm seeing a lot of you would have been moving homes. A lot of you are maybe planning to buy a new home. A lot of you are thinking of it, or a lot of you have maybe leased out a property on rent. A lot of you went through a lot of challenges during this time here from November last year, but I'm seeing that things are finally being sorted out. Must be welcome. Now the full moon on May 12th is bringing something on in the home front that will take culmination. Unexpected events that will throw you off balance for a moment. You will likely need to make a decision quickly. This is happening in your home front, in the physical home. Now, Uranus will be conjuncting the Sun here, which could make you very impulsive, very short tempered, or even reckless. Thank you very much, money, for your gifting. May your pockets always remain full. But if you can manage and tame this energy, it can give you the ability to come up with a number of genius ideas that will help you. Now, Uranus takes facts that Mercury generates and synthesizes this information into something new. So, Saturn and Neptune will be staying in Aries, your ninth house. So, this is like travel. So, it's like some of you have moved away from home, but you still want to travel far away from your new home, or some of you are leaving your home and going somewhere very very far. um, Now Saturn has limited your income and asked you to cut out waste and find ways to stretch your resources. So this is, I can see that from May 26th going forward, this will be a very positive time for you financially. This is a good time for you. I'm seeing lots of celebrations happening after May 22nd. It's like you're celebrating something new in your life and you're very proud of it. The new moon on May 26th will be very, very good for you. You will finally be free of Mercury, Mars, and Venus retrogrades. So the new moon on May 26th will keep you very busy on the social life. New contacts in the business front, new career prospects. In fact, you can even see a greater progress coming through in the upcoming few weeks. You will do very well. Your 11th house, where this new moon is impacting you, you will be part of the process by showing effort. So I'm seeing you a bit more famous. It's like you're being recognized more so towards the end of the month. So it's a very, very good time for you towards the end of the month. But for the first 18 days, it is a very difficult time for you. All right. So, what do you do with this information? Remember, you've got Mars in your first house. So, beware of how you're driving. Accidents, these things are very prone during this time here with Pluto retrograding, Pluto impacting here, Pluto and Mars not in a perfect angle towards each other. So, here, Pluto and Mars don't get along. So, this could signal that there could be unexpected accidents as well. So please double check how you're driving. Drive with the person in front of you, side of you, and definitely behind you. All right. If you are pissed off, please don't drive. Sit in front of the steering wheel. Wash your face, count 10 seconds, and then go behind the steering wheel. Right. If that's the best way to predict this month for you. So good luck, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Leos. Let's move on to the sign governed by Mercury itself. Now, your ruling planet has been retrograde. Now, finally your ruling planet is direct. So you guys have been going through a difficult time: August, September 2021, this 2022, January, May, July, 2023, May, 2023, November. These are the most difficult times you have went through in relationships and definitely in your career. A lot of you would have lost your job and you're undergoing a series of job changes. A lot of you would have also been stuck in a T-junction in relationships, and what you chose is something that you actually don't sit well with any longer. Now, it seems that a lot of you are trying to untangle a problem regarding an international trip, a long distance relationship, or something related to customs, passports, immigration. It may bring an unexpected problem regarding your academics also. Um, Something regarding your academics, somebody that is trying to pursue maybe an undergraduate or graduate degree. This could be a kind of an issue here. These topics, as well as legal matters, media matters, is covered by your ninth house. So the new moon on 27th of April, that moon was flawed, and the news about one of these areas might have rattled you a bit. So the new moon has a longer tail than a full moon. So the situation that you might struggle with early in May might take some time to sort out. So this matter could reach a very critical culmination point on May 12th during the full moon in sign of Scorpio. Uranus conjuncting Sun here, opposing the full moon. This is the point in the month where you'll feel like a workout of your emotions. So your emotions are very tough during this month. People from your past have come back to you. Somebody would have ghosted you and have come back in your life. Now you don't know what to do. You may feel you need to adjust to the news that you heard by adopting to a brand new, fresh approach, and you don't want to hurt yourself again. Now, I like to tell this: if somebody comes back into your life, if they haven't learned their lesson, it's pointless. If they haven't learned where they went wrong, it's pointless. If they haven't applied and showed you where they went wrong and they made a change in their life, it's pointless. Don't go and make any commitments. If somebody has come back in your life, understand it, welcome it. But if the person hasn't made adjustments in the life to see where they have went wrong, it's pointless. They are not sorry. A person that is sorry makes changes to change. A person that is sorry that makes no changes, it's just verbal. It's verbal things to tell you to bluff you. Always be aware of this. And this for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs. Don't get caught up on fancy words. Look at the energy. Look at the vibration the person is giving off. Look at their actions. Do their actions, you have battling to see my number. Here's my number there. I'm sure you can see it now, right? So this is a time where you really have to pay attention to energy, not words. Now, for me personally, I don't pay attention to words. You can tell me the best things ever, it means nothing. If I don't see your energy shift, then do understand this much. Do understand it like this here. It is very, very important for you to remember that actions, the karma of an action is far more bigger than the karma of a thought. You've got thought karma, word karma, action karma. They're all karma. They all give a cause and effect. But the karma of the action is far bigger than the thought. Right? So overall, your performance has been very good for you in the career front. Jupiter will be leaving Gemini on 9th of June, spending a year bringing luck into your most professional part of your life, your 10th house. Jupiter will be in your 10th house. So I'm seeing your career expanding like never before. You might need to discreetly let it be known that among your friends and trusted colleagues that you will attain new professional matters after the 26th of May. So this is a very, very good time for you on the career front. On the relationship front, I'm seeing you, somebody from the past. Look, this is how I'm reading it. Somebody from the past has creeped back after probably ghosting you. Look, it's up to you what you want to do, but I suggest that you look at the actual karma of the person. Good luck and God bless you, Virgos. Let's move on to the sign governed by Jupiter itself, Libra, the seventh sign of the zodiac. Guys, my number is here, right? 07633101118. Ria, namaste and welcome. There's my number. I'm sure you guys can see it. Now, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Librans. What is May for you? Where the planets are and what energies they're going to give off. Now, I'm seeing you very focused quite a bit on money management at the start of the month. Some of you may be working on to lower your expenses, maybe filling taxes, putting your savings and investment in place. You want to reach your goal. You might need to temporarily decline on tips on things that where money is concerning money. There's some kind of an event that you're also declining, some kind of party, weekend, wedding. You're declining here. I'm seeing you trying to build your financial house. Anything related to your finances, you're trying to build your security in the month of May. And I'm seeing the full moon in Scorpio here is your second house of earning income. You're going to need to make a decision on some money matter. There's something regarding your second house of money, property, finance. You need to make a decision on May 12th. There's something culmination here. There's some obligation that's asking you to spend a lot of money. The good part of this full moon that it'll mark an end of your near obsession of time and finances. So your career is about to shine brighter than diamonds. So a large unexpected expense could come up. Don't worry, success is on the way for you. I'm picking up, look how I'm reading it, guys. I hope this doesn't happen, but it seems that some of you might just be asked to pay for something very expensive. But I'm seeing you're getting all that money coming back in June or July. So there's positive career news coming soon. But before it does, it seems that some of you will be traveling to some exotic city. Some of you are requiring your passports. With 4 happy planets sitting down in your 9th house in Gemini on May 26th, I'm seeing a lot of you on May 26th traveling to some kind of destination. The new moon will be very influential for you for 5 months, but will be the strongest in 10 days after it appears. So, if you cannot leave immediately, at the very least, buy your tickets and plan your itinerary. If you are married or seriously attached, your partner will also want to accompany you, and in doing so, will add a touch of romantic fun for you. Pluto will send friendly greetings to the Sun, Moon, and Mercury from your fifth house of true love. So, opening a new chapter in your relationship and stimulating your eagerness to travel. So, I'm picking up the love for travel. You just want to get out of the house. Very good for you. Very, very good for you. Some of you are actually going back to school, tertiary. Um, Now, the new moon on May 26th is going to bring some big welcoming contrast to your life. Um, I'm seeing this could be one of your best months for you, even though there's a difficult full moon Librans. This could be one of your best months because I'm seeing you love happiness in your way. I'm seeing you just enjoying this month. It's your time now. It's your time to shine. I think this is a very, 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 very good time for you to look at what needs to be cut off from your life that's costing you money and that you don't need anymore. Move away from it. Let's move on to the sign governed by Pluto itself. Now, Scorpio, your ruling planet is going retrograde. You've got a full moon in your first house, aspecting your fourth house, seventh house, 10th house. Your ruling planet is retrograde. Now, this is the biggest one for you guys, Scorpio. This is the one you'll feel the most. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Scorpios. How many of you on this live here? Show yourself. Oh, Bobby, you. Okay, we've got 3 people here. Let's go for it. Look, guys. Oh, your Rasi is Scorpio, Nirmalan. Okay, look. Your health is impacted here. This has been something that has been happening from the second last week of April. More so towards the last week of April, your health slow down. Mars is still in Leo until June 17th. Something good is happening in your career. Your profile is set to rise sky high. But there's a full moon in your first house, aspecting your fourth house, seventh house, and 10th house. So that there is something concerning your health, home, career, and your partnership that is coming to a culmination. It seems like you're waiting on some kind of a news, but you're waiting on something. You're eagerly waiting on something. From May 12th to May 17th, I'm seeing you getting that news. Some of you need a bit of help. Some of you need spiritual help for a positive outcome, and some of you don't. I won't be able to tell you whether it's going to be positive for you all. I'll have to look at your natal chart, your Lagna chart, your Rasi chart, your Navamsa chart, and see how this will play off. But look, Mars is in your career sector, right? And Pluto is in your home sector. Now, in your house and career, I'm seeing there's tension happening in your house and career. From last year, November, your Mars is in your 10th house, opposing Pluto in your home life. Now, Pluto is retrograding. Don't cause any arguments in the home front and your career. Don't let your emotions rule you. Don't let yourself be led by your emotions in your career front. You can lose something very important in your life, which is your career. Calm your farm, calm your energy. Don't let your emotions play off. This can be a very difficult time for you, Scorpios. It seems that you have to manage too much in your life. You are managing the home front, your career front. You're worried about the well-being of a family member, wondering if your child or parent was getting the attention they needed, while simultaneously keeping your demanding client or work or bosses happy. You are always focused on the home front. You're focused on work. You're focused on some a child needing help. Now, there was a new moon that appeared on April 27th here. It forced you to collaborate closely with somebody in business or rely on somebody. There were problems with the relationship, possibly maybe temporary relationship challenges. You might have regretted to having to rely on anyone but yourself. However, as they say, no one is an island. At times, we all need help. With all your transiting planets in the western side of your chart, your best bet is to be very cooperative in the month of May. Now, by the 12th of May, 5 days before and 5 days after, somebody in the work front could act up in a very erratic way. Don't get angry. You might need to quickly adjust how you interact with this person. Work projects are coming down the assembly line smoothly. However, it all depends on your karma that you have sown, yeah, in it. The environment I'm seeing is charged up. But I'm seeing there's somebody in your life that will help you, and it's your husband or wife. If you married, your husband or wife is going to give you a very good idea this month. Or if you got a girlfriend, boyfriend, they're going to help you with a very, very good idea. That's how I'm reading this year. Now, there's a new moon happening in Gemini, 26th year. This is a very financially good time for you. Even though Pluto is retrograde, um, there's a bundle of, I'm seeing a lot of you getting a lot of money after the 26th of May. Uh, Court settlement, sale of a property, royalties, divorce settlement, child support, money owed to you. I'm seeing this all coming through from the 26th of May going forward. Maybe some prize money. Look, I don't like to use that thing there. I don't promote gambling in any way. Let me not say that. One way or another, let's just say money is coming to you. But Mars is still in your 10th house of career. Um, and I'm seeing this is in a very good angle towards Venus in your day-to-day work sector. You are working on finishing up some kind of activities in the work front. This new moon on May 26th will give you a very, very high raise. If you are experienced, if you've experienced any tension at the start of the month, know that by the end of May, it's a very beautiful time for you in the career front and in the romantic front. But look, because it's a full moon, right? It all depends on your actual karma. It's not going to be good for everybody. Obviously, if you've been rollerblading, skating, and playing carrom board during working hours, you're going to get the consequences of that. You'll just get the feelings of that and nothing else. Do know that this will only manifest if you've been working hard. I'm seeing though that a lot of you have been concerned about the health of a child member in the from November from November last year. I'm seeing that this will continue till May 26th, but I'm seeing from June onwards, I'm seeing a much more improved period for you. If you've got children, I'm seeing that it's a happy time for you going forward with regards to your kids. Good luck and God bless you, Scorpios. Let's move into the sign governed by Mars, Jupiter. I'd like to add Mars. I don't know why, I just like to do it, but Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. Now, as you enter May, look, you'll see like, you're finishing up on projects that would have started on April 27th on the new moon there. Some of you might be having trouble with shipping stuff, maybe with customs, or the contract that you're hoping to have a client sign or getting paid. Planets are in a very cranky, rebellious mood. They're not in a very good placement for you. So all kinds of issues can crop up. Now, when I say rebellious mood, where they are, they're not in a perfect angle towards you in the career front. Um, Basically, if you're in business, let clients choose their piece. Where they want to go, let them go. Mars will be light years better than the start of and the middle of the month. So be sure to keep your eye on your health. For the full moon on May 12th in Scorpio will find you very, very run down. You're going to feel very run down in your health front. Um, That's how I'm reading it. If I look at where your planets are, I'm predicting it like you need to focus on your health. The full moon on May 12th in Scorpio will find you run down definitely. Now, dear listeners, astrology is not your destiny. Your destiny is your choices. Astrology is a movement of planets, and as they move, they give you energy. What you do with it is entirely up to you. That's your destiny. So be sure to keep an eye out. Definitely, most of you will suffer with ENT problems. Um, if you keep your immune system high, obviously you won't suffer from it. But how I'm reading the planets, proper nutrition, enough sleep will work very well for you in the month of May. May 12th is a very sore point in the month, and we all are going to feel it. No matter what our zodiac signs are, all right? A secret could surface that you can find very disturbing, or you may discover a competitor has been doing some unhandled things in the shadows. A person who you trusted might show his or her true colors and betray you, which could be a very devastating experience for you. Uranus will conjoin the Sun here and oppose the full moon on May 12th, so the news won't be anything you expected to hear. Fortunately, a full moon delivers its news, and a decision has to be made within 5 days. That full moon is trying to protect you with full closure, so you might as well get the closure. Some of you would have already experienced this from May 7th, and you'll go through till May 17th, or some of you might go through it on May 12th. Now, no, Manita, you are going through this already in your career sector, financial sector. The end of May brings an exciting new moon, which is happening in your partnership sector on May 26th. So, Gemini is your seventh house of partnership, relationship, marriage. You might get a serious proposal for marriage, or if you're now hey, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Sagittarians, some of you might get a proposal or somebody asking you out in a date. Well, good for you. If you're already married, good for you. Your partner might ask you out. I'm also seeing career developments in your life. If you are not interested in getting married at this point in your life, you can use this new moon energy to draw up papers to sign in business. I'm seeing everything that you have been waiting for, everything that you have been uh, so patiently waiting for, and some of you impatiently waiting for. I'm seeing finally happen after the 26th of May. This news is as good as old and completely changes the energy of the month because you've been waiting on this happen from a very, very long time. Uh, Romance should dazzle you on Thursday, May 22nd. Make plans. If you want to go out, put yourself out there. May 22nd is a month day to do it in the month of May. Now, Mars is currently in your long distance travel house, reaching out to Venus in Aries. Now, Venus is in Aries. So, a lot of Aries people are in love right now, coming out of their difficult situations. Um, I'm seeing a lot of you also traveling, lots of you traveling, Sagittarians traveling far away from home. Now, the new moon is very strong. So, I'm seeing a lot of you traveling. Now, Jupiter is about to leave your partnership sector on June 9th. So, look, dear viewers, dear listeners, I can safely tell you right now, come June 9th, whoever owes you money, you will get it. Whether it's legal matters, whether it's people that you've lent money to, whether you're waiting on invoices to be paid, come June 9th, everything will culminate fully. If you've got legal matters as well, I'm seeing a positive outcome. There is money involved. But it all depends on your karma. It's nice to look at your natal chart, right? Now, in the beginning of May, it's very rough. So please don't get under anybody's skin, especially in the work front, especially in the home front. You might find yourself very edgy during the first 2 weeks of May, and that full moon year happening in Scorpio. We must understand that's your 12th house here, Sagittarius. This is purely your health. You need to look after your health. Even though 12th house means travel, also long distance travel, but it also can bring up a lot of things from the past that have been very unsettling to you. And finally, whatever you've been waiting on, or things that you haven't known as yet, will come out to the surface, which can rattle you a bit. Look, I can't say exactly what it is, but it's coming in terms. It's coming in from the 10th house, career and home front. So it could be somebody at home or somebody in your workspace, right? But overall, after May 24th, May 26th, I'm seeing it's a very positive time for you. So good luck, God bless you. Let's move on to the sign governed by Saturn itself, Capricorn. Now, Capricorns, a lot of you would have lost your jobs. A lot of you would have left your jobs. A lot of you who got businesses, you are suffering a downside in business, and you all have went through this from January 2020 right up until 2023, and you came out of it in 2023 March, only to go back to it from beginning of April. You found it very difficult in your financial house. If in business, you're finding it very difficult for money matters to close up. So, how will May, where the planets are, what energies is going to come through in May? How will it impact you as a piece of life? So, firstly, we've got the sun in Taurus, there's a full moon happening in Scorpio. Money seems to be the heart of a disagreement that have boiled over the last month. Purely money matters. With the arrival of the new moon on April 27th, tensions were very high because Mars were exactly opposite the Pluto, which is an inflammatory aspect, right? At the same time, the new moon appeared in your fifth house. So there is somebody that would have caused you problem in your love life as well, which has kind of sorted itself out. But your problem is money, yeah. Normally, to open up a positive period in your romantic life, but that's not the case this time because the sun and the new moon in Taurus were squaring each other. So it seems that even though a person would have come back if they left you, you're still not happy or you see them in a different light. Let's just say it's a pleasure, King Nessie. Even let's just say if you had difficulty with a person, they ghosted you or you ghosted them, you end up in some kind of disagreement. When they came back, you don't look at them in the same eyes anymore. That's how I'm looking at it. All four heavenly bodies here involving that's sitting in your in fixed signs, and they don't compromise easily. Now Mars and Pluto are found in your financial sectors of your chart. There's a strong concern regarding money, and it seems like a lot of you are stuck with this. You need money. You need to pay off something. Now the full moon on May 12th will be the center of your life concerning friendship. Some membership that you're in, some kind of club that you're in, whatever will come up will be unexpected because of Uranus conjuncting Sun's energy. Uranus brings in quick, sudden, jarring energy. It might be that your friend does not like the person you're dating and says something about them which will piss you off. Maybe your family might not like your partner. Uh, Perhaps maybe you're looking forward to attending a friend's wedding, a weekend with a group of friends. However, the cost of it irritates you, and maybe you've already committed to it and now you spend that money, now it irritates you. Some of you may have already taken so much of money and bought something, now you need the money for something else and you don't have it. But it seems like your expenses are connected more towards home situations. You may be saving to buy a house or working on a home renovation or repairing it, for example. Look, by June 17th, I will see you are coming out of that problem. You will make a financial decision about the situation. I'm seeing you coming out of the situation by June 17th. Uh, it seems like you're also relying on a friend to help you financially. You're relying on somebody. And a lot of you will feel that you don't want to socialize much in the first 3 weeks of May. A lot of you are maybe would find yourself addicted to some kind of opiates. Maybe you're addicted to sleeping tablets or stress painkillers or whatever it is that you have addicted to. Some of you are going to come out of this now. You want to come out of it. You want to come out of your addictions. I'm seeing you trying to force yourself out. Or Pluto is retrograding here in Aquarian energy. You're trying to find your way out of addictions, and I'm seeing you getting the support here. Look, dear viewers, dear listeners, if you have any kind of addictions, please talk to me privately on 076 If your sun, moon, and ascendant Capricorns, we all have addictions. Some people have a smoking addiction. Some people have an addiction to the ego. Some people have a sexual addiction. Some people have an addiction towards making their hair a certain way. Some people have an addiction towards looking in the mirror. Everybody is addicted to some goddamn thing. And every kind of addiction has a karmic effect, which is dropping you down in vibration, because addictions keep you attached to something in material dimension, unable to rise, unable to see from a high dimension. Therefore, addictions you should never have. When we lose somebody in our life, it's very painful. However, how long you stay in that state of consciousness is what matters. Through intellect, you come out of it and you rise above your pain. Therefore, a lot of people get entangled in their losses and it brings them down for days, weeks, months, and even years. However, with intellect, as you rise, as you see beyond the material dimension, you will see that death doesn't exist. It's a transition from one body to the next. However, it's all dependent on your frequency. Let's move forward. There's a new moon that's arriving on 26th of April in Gemini, lighting up your your work assignments. So some of you are selling something, you're writing, you're speaking, you're arranging for some kind of negotiation regarding a contractual agreement. Now the sun, new moon, and Mercury will all be in perfect angle in the financial planet to financially energize the planet of Pluto in your hard-earned financial sector in your life, which is Aquarius. You could get a raise or a bonus after this assignment is over. Some of you might get positive news after the 26th of May. This new moon changes the energy of the month and it kind of ushers in lovely energy for June also going forward. The stressful matters are all behind you after May 26th. I'm seeing you also having much more time to spend with your partner after that day. But it seems that you no longer see the person that you would with the same eye. But if you are in this position and you're confused, please talk to me privately on 076 3310 118. All right. From a health perspective, Capricorns, it seems that you are mentally affected more regarding money than anything else. But I'm seeing you coming out of that towards the end of May, going into June. Let's move into the signs governed by Aquarius, governed by Saturn, Aquarius. Pluto in your sign is retrograding, opposing the Mars in Leo. Now, this is a very, very difficult month for you, Aquarians. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. This is all past life issues that could come up, which you may never remember. It's a growth time for you. Something has died and something will be reborn for you. Something is dying, a habit, an attachment. Something is dying or will die in your life for something to be reborn. A lot of you with addiction problems, I'm seeing you coming out of it for something to be born again. You've got Pluto in your first house, retrograding, aspecting directly opposite Mars in Leo. Mars is looking at Pluto, Pluto is looking at Leo's. They're not getting along here. Pluto and Mars don't get along. First house, seventh house. This is also regarding your relationships, marriage, partnerships. You might feel that the relationship that you're in, you're finding it difficult to connect. Please do not initiate any big moves this month. Please do not plan any romantic like I would call it maybe proposals. Don't, it's not a month to get married. A lot of you would have got turned down on a date. Maybe you've asked somebody out on a date, they turned you down last minute. This could be somebody born in governed by Mars, maybe an Aries, maybe a Sagittarius, Aquarians, maybe an Aries or a Sagittarius could have upset you. Just know that towards the end of May, it'll get better. This is not a good time for you to sign big documents. This is not a good time for you to get into any heated arguments with anybody. It will not end up well for you. You've got very difficult placements here in your 7th house, 1st house, 4th house, 7th, 10th house. Career matters. Scorpio is your 10th house, aspect in your 4th house of home, family, roots. It seems that something in your career is not going well. You've had Pluto in your 1st house. You've got Saturn in your 2nd house. This is regarding money. Maybe you're waiting on money, somebody never paid you, and you're asked to pay off something. I'm seeing lots of expenses coming in your life, more expenses than normal. Look, I don't like to be negative on anything, right? But how I'm predicting it here, you are being reborn, right? The old self is dying off. You've had your home, family member in mind for the past 2 months. It seems that you've been, from the beginning of May, you've been concerned about somebody in your family. Now, you see, there was a problem here. Sun and the new moon last month on the 27th of April were in a very difficult square to Pluto in Aquarius and Mars in Leo. Somehow, either a family member or a person or somebody who you work with in connection to your home or somebody that lives with you, possibly even a pet as well, in a very difficult space, and this would have tipped you off a bit because you would have not known how to help this person. You acted out on instincts, but you are also viewing this as an aggressor. Your instincts appears to be telling you to react forcefully, but in fact, the opposite would be a better choice, right? So I would say that this is not the month for you to get into any arguments with anybody. The full moon in Scorpio here will bring this is impacting your home and family life. At the same time, your career as well. Um, the only thing that will work against you is if you overreact. If you live with somebody, if you're living with somebody, you may have to. Uh, it could be a very difficult time in the home front with a partner, and the best thing for you to do is not act out in emotion. Now, the good thing about life is that black clouds clear, and after the rainstorm is sunshine. That's how nature works. So if you know there's going to be sunshine after that, please don't get yourself twisted in the storm. Life is not about doing things. Sometimes life is about doing absolutely nothing. Now, there's a new moon in your fifth house of true love and children. Uh, I'm seeing a lot of you Aquarians on the 26th of May going forward. Your romance, your love life is going to improve. Some of you that whoever looking for children, some of you will be looking for children now, looking wanting to have children. Some of you will be planning to have children. Very strong in with the placement of the new moon in your fifth house, aspect in your 11th house. A lot of you are going to be out in the open. You want to be in the open, you want to communicate, you want to, I'm seeing handshaking, I'm seeing lots of people, conferences, artistic nature of yours. Some of you are wanting to launch things. This is all after the 25th of 26th of May. Before that, it's not a very comfortable time for you. It is a very rough time for you. So when the sea is rough, you don't steer left, neither do you steer right. You just stay close. I would suggest you devote all your attention to your private life. It's time to enjoy yourself. If you can take a little trip somewhere between May 26th and June 9th, you'll find it very nice for you. If you have the entire pack, you have the entire package of fun, love, happiness, peace, children, prosperity, all happening after the 26th of May. Before that, it could be very rocky. All kinds of delays, frustrations, and things that will crop up that will irritate you. Just don't react. Okay. On the health front, I'm seeing this is a good month for you. However, mentally, this could be a very stimulating month for you that can really offset you because of the demand, the things that can just crop up last month that can knock you off mentally. I'm seeing also travel is on the cards for you for the whole year, even going on to next year. I mean, Pluto, once Pluto turns direct, you are going through a period where you are overcoming your fears. Aquarians, you're overcoming your fears, whatever you've had fears over the last 7 to 9 days, all your fears would have cropped up. The things that have cropped up in your life are purely addictions and entanglements. These are things that are asking life is asking you to work on, whatever it is. It could be definitely an addiction that you're undergoing. It could be a loss of somebody, it could be a loss of something, maybe a job, family member, a pet, but definitely a loss. Now, this is asking you, how would you deal with some kind of thing going in the future? You need to strengthen yourself. All right. So, this is how I'm reading this Pluto retrograding period. It's a very spiritual moment. It is the death of the old self, and the new self will be born in the next 4 months. In the next 4 months, you will be a much more stronger person. And I'm seeing a lot of you taking in your lessons, applying it. Well, it depends on your karma, and it depends on your choice. If you want to do it, you obviously should do it. If you have the strength to do it, I suggest that you learn from your development areas. I do not like to use the words mistake. There is no mistake. All there is a decision you have made never worked out well for you, and you make decisions to make better decisions. You make choices to make better decisions going forward. It's karmic memory. These things are needed for you to evolve. Otherwise, how will you evolve if you don't go through all of these things? So there's no such thing as mistakes. Don't let anybody or yourself think that there is a mistake that you have made. You just have acted out in a space based on your emotional maturity. You've acted out based on your ability to handle your emotions. You've acted out in a space. Now it gave you the outcome, whether it's favorable or not. Now you can implement the lesson from there. You know how to act. If you don't implement the lesson, then obviously that's not a mistake. That's purely stupidity. But anyways, let's move on to the sign governed by Neptune. So I wish all of you Aquarians a happy month of May. Please make sure that you handle your emotions. Your emotional intelligence is what's asked for you this month. Your EI. If you don't know what EI means, it's emotional intelligence. Your ability to be above the moon. Your moon is your feminine. The moon is your emotions. You need to apply the sun in your life, the Shiva in your life, to be over the emotional state, which is the moon. As we know, the moon is full opposing the sun. This is a time where you need to apply your intelligence and not your emotions. So good luck to you all. Let's move on to the sign governed by Neptune. Now Neptune is currently sitting in Aries energy. Um, what does this mean for you, Pisces? You've been going through a very difficult time for the last 3.5, 4 years. Saturn's placement, your hospital court, rehab, relationship trauma. You may be longing to take a quick trip as you enter May. From the April 27th, Mars heating up your work sector, you'll be needed to attend some kind of event. And you'll be hard pressed to find out that somebody in your home needs your attention, a health issue. Somebody in your home needs an attention, needs your attention, health issue. This is purely health. Somebody from your home. Um, some of you are asked to go see a client to get agreement or approval on a proposal on some kind of project. The timing goes off and it makes you a bit irritated. Um, it's best time to reschedule all your meetings. Your big meetings after the 26th of May. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Pisces, please reschedule all your big meetings after the 26th of May, because I'm seeing lots of delays and frustrations here. You want to travel, and I'm seeing the full moon in Scorpio here on May 12th. It's like your family, there's lots of family discussions, family trauma. It's like people in your family are not agreeing on something. It's like you and a family member are not agreeing on something. The atmosphere is very heavy. But Saturn strangely supports this full moon, because Saturn is sitting in your sign. So Saturn will help you because you've already learned how to handle yourself over the last 4 years. I am not personally fully happy with this full moon because I can see it's a very nasty one. However, because the Sun will conjunct Uranus, uh, anything could happen. I feel this is a very volatile period for you during May 12th. So it's not a good time to sign any contracts or commit yourself to anything. From May 9th right up to May 17th. Um, it's not a good time to visit or call a client, negotiate a deal. I suggest you do not travel for pleasure. Either way, the end of the month will be very good for you. From the 26th of May, because of the new moon in Gemini energy. Now, Mars is also in Leo here, opposing Pluto. Venus was retrograde, Mercury was retrograde. These planets are all direct now. The end of May, the environment will change dramatically and be very bright for you. On May 26th, it's one of your best new moons because it's your fourth house of home, family, roots, and career. Some of you might get a promotion. Some of you might settle on an agreement in the home front. Some of you might be buying a new home. Some of you might be in the best position with your family, even at the work front. Some of you might be getting new jobs. Some of you might be moving towards a new apartment or got a new job and you're moving away. It's a financial powerhouse, Pluto, yeah. It's all in your home life, aspecting your 10th house of career. So I'm seeing a lot of you buying a new home or looking at it. Some of you selling your house, and your family is finally together if you've had difficulties. And it seems like your family will be really happy with you finally if you've been having challenges in the home front. I'm seeing that overall at the end of May, going into June, all your difficulties you had at the home front and career finally opening up where it's positive. I don't see much happening in a positive way in your love life. I don't see good or bad. It all depends on how you handle yourself. But I always say this: you can have the best talent ever. If it's not advertised, nobody will give a shit about. They won't know. So if you need something, put it out there. Nothing is gonna come to you. The universe don't respond to what you want. It responds to your vibration, your frequency. So if you are happiness, peace, prosperity, love, and complete within, the universe will grant you exactly that in return. But if you are not content, if you are miserable within, if you are chaos within, naturally people will gravitate towards you who are of the same nature. Naturally. Nobody who's peace within is going to go towards somebody who's chaos and stay there. Doesn't work that way. Maybe in the beginning, but after that they run away. Now, depending on that person's vibration, if they're vibrating a bit low, higher than you, but not in complete peace, they can stay. And this becomes a karmic entanglement, which is trauma bonding. You don't want that. So don't get yourself in any kind of trauma bonds, especially in the month of May. It can be very devastating for you because May is the month of it's a Gemini season. Pisces, Pisces, Taurus, Gemini. It's a third house of travel, communication. So with the full moon year happening in Scorpio, which is the ninth house, aspecting the third house, I'm seeing whatever travel arrangements you make, I'm seeing a lot of issues. So even going out on dates this month, yeah, please postpone it. Make it after the 26th of May. All right, so I'm done. Finally, I'm done. Masya Chetia, welcome. Jai Shri Ram, nice to see you on the channel. I'm done with all sun, moon, and ascendant signs from Aries to Pisces. Dear listeners, dear viewers, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you'll find my recorded version there. Please go on to it. Go on to Astro Inudabi, subscribe to my channel, go on to my live section. You'll find this whole recording there. But once again, this is not a friendly full moon. This is not a full moon that's going to come and give you lots of things. It's going to deliver news to you that can be very unsettling to everybody. Now you have to be prepared for it. Obviously, don't keep a tight schedule. Keep yourself very open. But at the same time, it's not the month for you to to quarrel with anybody. It's a time to listen to everybody's views and apply it and make decisions after the 26th of May. So good luck to you all. Do know, dear viewers, dear listeners, that from the 12th of May till the 20th of May, I'm very limited. I have a very limited approach towards you all because I'm undergoing my own journey. So I won't be so much involved on WhatsApp, but I'll be involved in messages, but not calls. So you've got last 2 days to send me your stuff, what you want done, and I'll do it for you. You can look at my PDF. Option number one covers all aspects, but there are various things on my PDF that I have not listed there and I have reasons for. I won't list everything there, and I'll only talk about it if I see you know it, if you definitely need it. I wouldn't just do it for you because it is there and you can choose it, unless, like I've explained on my previous live, there's no point talking about windows if your foundation is not built. If I see your foundation is built and then you want to move up and I see you deserve this, year, I will do it for you. All right. So that's how I work. So you will find that I will discuss certain things with you that is not on my PDF, and I have omitted these things here for good reason. All right. So thank you, Mani, for joining. Thank you, Nirmalan. Thank you to everybody that have also joined in who has gifted me. Thank you for all the good, positive comments that you've given me. I really appreciate it. And we all go through life challenges, but life challenges teach you. If you don't want to learn this and apply, you will obviously find yourself in a very difficult position. Nobody's going to come and tell you, you know what, you need to take this and learn from it this way and apply it this way. Nobody's going to come and do that. You need to look at what you went through. I've gone through my own things as well. But the thing is, you never stay in that situation for long. That's intellect. You don't stay in that same vibration for long. Also, we are all learning every day. It's called karmic evolutionary process. And if you pay enough attention, there are lessons everywhere. And this is how you evolve and become better human beings. And we are all on this journey together. But I bow down to the Christ in you, the Krishna in you, the Ram in you. Thank you very much, dear listeners, dear viewers, dear loyal clients of mine. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. Jai Shri Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Shri Krishna. Hari Bol. And goodbye.